Tu maru maru no, te tua te whātui aputi, ka titiro hau ki peka peka, ara mai rā te karere, ko pona turi, uia mai ki hangarea whānui, te tiki tiki o hikurangi, uia mai ki paki paki. The last week that I was in, we had a young girl come in late at night and she was in a lot of pain. And I didn't know till the next morning, the curtains were always drawn, so, and she had family coming in and that, and I think they'd gone off and got her a few things and that. So because the curtain's sort of drawn, you feel like you can't switch over and have a yap to her. But in the morning, I made sure to ask her if she was all right. And she said yes, she was. She just had a very, very huge abscess, and it was evidently dealt with in the operating theatre. And she was all right. She was all right to me, I think, because I was Māori, and I think she felt a connection. But what I did notice that she seemed to have had less care given to her, that nurses, whoever were looking after her, didn't come in as much as what I thought that they should be tending to her. And that may be just my own assumption of things, but I just felt that how many other people have the same problem, because certain nurses are different to other nurses, I noticed in the hospital. Some were really prim and proper, but they did a good job, and others were real hard case, but did a wonderful job also. And so the ones that are hard case actually were the good ones. They were really friendly and really good at their jobs. And the ones that a bit more quieter, they were good at their jobs too, but you didn't have that connection as good with them as what you did with the other ones.
Some felt threatened, in that it was a deterrent for them to come into the room and actually, take care of them, and which resulted in we had a meeting to say, like, we're not here to judge you or to blame you or to watch you. We're actually here to help you look after him, because he's not going to let you touch him unless we're here. Like showering, he just wouldn't have any of them come in, and it was a lot for him to let us shower him. His babies, and so even that was a huge feat for our father. But so we would shower him, and we would also encourage him to eat, because he also lost his appetite. And we were kind of like the security blanket for him. So we kind of said, because he'd wake up and look over to see if we were there, and then he'd go back to sleep if he wasn't having a good night. So yeah, it became but once we had the talk with him and said that we were there in partnership with him for his care, then majority of them, they came right. And yeah, but it was also, at times it was also not a good thing, because they knew we were in there, they wouldn't come in and check up on him. So sometimes we would just leave the door open, have to push the door open, leave it open, and just go and see them and say, has he had this and has he had that? And, no one's come to see him in the last 4 hours. Whereas when initially it was every 2 hours they would be coming in.
We do have some problems here on the ward, where some of the nurses prevent us from doing things Māori. Sometimes it has to happen where you have too many sick people who are both Māori and, I don't know whether I should say Pākehā, but I'll say non-Māori, because you have Indians, Chinese and all the rest of them there who are very sick, And when the Māoris go and we have church and we have sing and so forth, and they ask us to stop singing, I could understand that, but it's part of our way of life. And for us not to be able to sing to our loved ones, find it pretty hard, eh? So we used to ask for a room and they wouldn't give us a room down the corridor, but now they do try it.
Maru maru no, te tua te whātui aputi.